What's up guys, it's your boy Bad. Was I about to say Badsha? It's your boy Badshah. What's up guys, it's your boy Sunil BD and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk about Spiti Valley because last week I just got back from an epic adventure from the Middle Land, that's Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh. And before the trip, I spent a lot of time figuring out the best itinerary for the place and I would like to share it with you guys. So if you're planning your next trip to Spiti, here's your 8-day itinerary. I hope you guys like that intro and I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible because some of you have to book your flight tickets and also few girls have to decide the perfect outfit for the perfect locations. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. We started our journey from Chandigarh. Now if you see this map, there are two ways to start your circuit. One is from Shimla and the other is from Manali. I chose to go from Shimla because it was convenient for me because we had a flight from Bangalore to Chandigarh and from Chandigarh to Shimla is just 112 kilometers. So we chose that route. So after reaching Chandigarh, the first thing what we did was we hired a cab. Now I would like to take a moment and give a huge shout out to Dharmender Bhaijii who was damn kind to us and took us wherever we wanted to go. Not like other typical drivers who just cry around while traveling from one place to another. He was very good, very chilled out person, perfect to travel with. I will mention his number down in the description. You can hit him up. I'm not sure whether he'll be up for another Spiti Valley trip because the kind of experience we had that you'll get to know in the coming vlogs that's gonna come next. But I'll still mention his number down in the description. You can give it a try. Just mention my name or Chetan's name. He may agree or he may not, I'm not sure. Just give it a try. And about the cab fare, he charges 40k for the full circuit. That's pick up and drop at Chandigarh. Now we also have freedom to complete the circuit in bikes or via public transport or just go on school trips with these travel agencies. Since our whole trip was DIY, we hired a cab, but in Kaza we rented the bikes to explore Kaza. I'll come to that later. So, the day one. So day one, once you get a cab from Chandigarh, go straight to Shimla. It's gonna take around 4 to 5 hours depending on the weather conditions. So once you go there, chill the out. Just wander around the local markets and just relax. Because next 2 days, it's gonna be hectic because you're gonna cover over 200 kilometers per day. And trust me, the mountain roads will drive you crazy. So that's all for day 1. Just chill out in Shimla. Now coming to day 2. Now I recommend you guys to wake up as early as possible because from Shimla to Chitkul it is 243 kilometers and it will take you around 8 hours to reach Chitkul. So I say just start your journey as soon as possible. If you start around at 5, you'll reach around at 2 and then you will have enough day to explore Chitkul. Why Chitkul? Because this is India's last village on Indo and during winters it will be entirely covered with snow. So the people from Chitkul move to lower region of Himachal Pradesh and it's very beautiful, amazing to see, amazing views, amazing landscape. So I'll say it again, do not miss this place, it's definitely worth it. And at night you can stay at Sama Resort, that is where we stayed. He was charging us 2,500 but we bought it down to 1,500. So learn to bargain. Now that brings us to the end of day 2. Coming to day 3. Again, I would recommend you guys to wake up as early as possible and just wander around Chitkul. But make sure you leave Chitkul by 9. Now you guys have 2 options. Either you guys can stay in Kalpa or you can stay in Tabo. I would recommend Tabo because Tabo is just 90 kilometers from Kaza. Kaza you all know, right? Key Monastery, the heart of Spiti Valley. Whenever you think of Spiti Valley, the first thing that comes to your mind is that Key Monastery. So it is just 90 kilometers from Tabo. And on the next day, you'll have enough time to explore the whole of Kaza. Aram se. Now to be honest, the journey from Chitkul to Tabo, which is around 211 kilometers, is all about enjoying the scenic routes and mountain vibes. We should use that. And in between, you can also visit Kalpa, which has a suicide point. And in Tabo, you can visit Tabo Monastery. We could not. Again, it's a whole different thing. You'll get to know it in the vlogs. But if you're interested in monasteries, then Tabo Monastery, you can go ahead and visit it. It will be good. Now day 3, you're gonna spend your night in Tabo, which brings us to day 4. Now after being on road for 2 days and covering 200 plus kilometers each day, it was finally time to just sit back and relax at Dhankar Monastery. Dhankar Monastery is 1000-year-old monastery and is just 30 kilometers from Tabo. Now this is one of the most scenic monasteries you will ever see. I'll give you a best photographic spot. Right opposite to the monastery, there's a road passing by. That's the same road you're gonna take while entering Dhankar. Just stand there, park your vehicle, just stand there, look at the landscape. Check this photo out. One side there is river flowing and one side this is this monastery which is rested on the cliff of a mountain, which makes it so unique. And on the right side there is new monastery. I'm not sure right or left. I'm just picturing it to be right side. You'll get to know once you be there. So there is this new monastery also which is on the right side. We did not go there, but you can. But the old monastery is a must visit. You won't regret. And if you're there, just don't forget to donate. There's no reason I'm telling this. Donate. If you can, just donate. There's no harm in helping people. Also, you can visit Dhankar Lake. I have no idea how it looks. You can just Google it. I'll just pause. That's plain. Once you get enough of the Dhankar's air, it's time to head to the place where Spiti Valley is most known for, Kaza. As I said before, our whole trip was DIY, so no hotels were booked in advance. We were just randomly booking hotels on the spot, and I would suggest you guys also to do the same because you'll get much cheaper hotels compared to booking websites. So once you enter main market, you'll find many hotels. You can book according to your budget. Same applies to Tabo as well. I did not mention about this stay. Once you enter Tabo, there are chains of hotels. You can choose randomly according to your budget and you can spend the night over there. And after checking into your hotels, you can go explore Kaza main market. You will find many souvenirs, handcraft items. Just wander around and shop whatever you want. Now coming to our plan. To be honest, we wanted to complete the whole circuit in bikes, but due to some reasons we could not. Then we decided why not just rent bikes in Kaza and explore Kaza in bikes. So after checking into our hotels, we went to BD Tour and Travel Bike Rentals. I guess it's the only trusted bike rentals in Kaza. The person who runs that place, his name is Sunil BD. Very cool guy, very chilled out guy. He made us experience a whole new level of chilling which I can't reveal it here. He has got many bikes from Bullet 350 to 500 and also Himalayan. You can choose anyone according to your preferences. We chose Himalayas and it cost us 1900 per bike for a day. So after renting a bike, you can chill in Kaza and on the next day, you can start exploring the places around Kaza. So that brings to the end of day 4. Now day 5. Now the guy who was talking about yesterday, Sunil BD, he made us a map which had all the must visit places near Kaza. So on the center it is Kaza and on the right there is Langza, which has the famous Buddha statue. Next is Comic, which is the world's highest motorable village. Next there is Hikim, which is the world's highest post office. And from there, don't forget to send postcard to your loved ones. And all these places are just very close to each other and can be completed in just 2-3 hours. We started at 9 and we finished all the places around at 11:30. They are very close. So after visiting all these 3 places, you can head back to Kaza. And now we got 2 options. Next, we're gonna head straight to Chandigarh. So either you can just, if you're tired, you can just hand over the bikes straight away at 11:30, your wish. Or you can just continue exploring the left side of the locations, that is the key monastery which comes first. And after that there is Kibbar. This was the highest motorable village, but now for some reasons it is Comic. So after visiting Kibbar, you can head straight to Chicham Bridge. But as I said, you have another option, that is you can just hand over the bikes and while going to Chandratal, you can visit all these places again. So that's an option. Now, day 6. Day 6 is all about reaching Chandratal. Again, you will explore Kibbar in between and also the Chicham Bridge. Chandratal to Kaza is just 100 kilometers. But it took us 6 hours to reach Chandratal. So brace yourself for some sick off-roading. Now 5 kilometers before Chandratal, you will come across many campsites. Now you can rest over there and experience camping under the stars. And if you're lucky enough and if the sky is clear, you will get to see Milky Way and many shooting stars like we did. Check this out. It will be one of the most beautiful and memorable experiences you'll ever have. And that's it. That's the end of day 6. Reaching Chandratal. Now day 7. This is the day where your full circuit ends and you're gonna end up at Manali. So I recommend you guys to wake up as early as possible and head to Chandigarh lake. Now you can take your vehicle to the lake and also you can trek down to the lake, which is just 5 kilometers. Chandigarh lake, which is also called as Moon Lake, it is a trekker's paradise. Even though if you take your vehicle, there is a point where you have to park it and trek down to the lake. It's hardly a 15-minute walk, but the views, it's really amazing. I guess the lake has many shades, but when we had been there, it looked something like this. After exploring Chandigarh, you can head straight to Manali. Though the roads are pretty rough and very exhausting, but the landscape from Chandigarh to Manali will be the best landscape you will ever see throughout the trip. So you will reach Manali by the end of the day, and if it's your first time in Manali, you can just wander around the Mall Road or some other places. And if you have already been to Manali, you can just rest at your hotel, whatever you are called. And that brings the end of day 7. Now that brings us to day 8. Actually the trip ends in day 7 itself. It's your call, go wherever you want. I'm considering it because I had a flight in Chandigarh which I had to catch around at 3 PM. So it's an additional day. Anyways, it's your call. You can make it as a 7-day trip or you can add an additional day like I did because I'm traveling all the way to Bangalore. So if you're traveling somewhere far away, you can add an additional day. So that brings us to the end of this trip. You are now officially Spiti Valley.
Obviously, if you go, not because just watching this for time pass.
Now, I'm not going to break down about the overall cost because it totally depends upon the individual. For example, we already had a cab, but it was unnecessary for us to rent a bike to explore Kaza. We chose to do it because we wanted it. You don't want it, you won't do it. Simple. But overall, it cost us 13.5k per person. That's only for food, stay and travel, excluding flights and one more thing, shopping, excluding flights and shopping. Now there was my DIY guide to Spiti Valley which I had planned before the trip. Since we are at the end of this video, I'm gonna share a top secret. Our trip was nowhere close to the itinerary. Because in between we face a lot of obstacles which you're gonna see in the vlogs which is gonna come next, and I'm gonna share my full experience. And if you like this video, hit that like, comment, share and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on next one.